Hello, friends. My fans all over the world, especially the men out there, the good women also. Welcome again once more. My name is Dr. Man, Men's Advocate Program, Men's Advocate TV, Men's Advocate Channel. I always advocate for the men, those who are not able to advocate for themselves, those who doesn't have a lot of help out there. They always go through a lot of challenges and they suffer in silence. Nobody, in most cases, nobody is there for them. Nobody is there to help them or to advocate for them. But anyways, today I bring you one of the many challenges facing, one of facing a man out there. Actually, this particular challenge I saw online, and since this affects one of the men out there, I decided to bring it and share it to all the men out there so that they can, take corrections. It goes as follows. My daughter caught my wife sleeping with my nephew. My daughter caught my wife sleeping with my nephew. My daughter caught my wife sleeping with my nephew in our matrimonial bed. My young nephew is a brilliant young man, about 21 years old, the son of my elder sister. Because of the level of his brilliance, I decided to help him out by either training him in college or sending him abroad where he can study abroad and strive for a better future. When I brought him to our home so he can live with us for the meantime, while preparing him for school admission or travel, I found out that my wife liked him. She always encouraged me to help the young man because he is brilliant. I was happy that my wife liked my nephew and wanted me to help him, unlike some women who would dislike any of their relation and would not welcome any of them to move into their house and live with them. Because my wife's shop was located near home, she was always home more often than myself. We also had a young daughter that she takes care of when I go to work, and that makes her to stay at home more often. One day I came home and saw my daughter crying in the living room, sitting by herself. When I asked her what the problem was, she answered that there was nothing wrong. When I pressed my daughter to tell me what the issue was, because I do not like to see her in tears, she requested that I promise her that whatever she told me was not going to create any problems between me and her mother. Because I love my daughter so much, I can do anything she requested. I obliged her request. I took her out to her favorite ice cream spot. As usual, I made sure that she was no longer in tears by getting her all her favorites. At that point, she broke the most shocking sad news ever to me. According to her, she was crying because she was sleeping that afternoon. When she woke up, she was hungry. She went to our room to tell her mother that she was hungry and needed some food. As she entered our room, she saw her mother, my wife, with my nephew naked on our bed. Because her mother thought that she was sleeping, she did not bother to lock the bedroom door. When she saw them, being a little girl, she could not withstand what she saw. She quickly went to the living room and started crying. According to her, both her mother and my nephew did not see her. After receiving the greatest shock of my life, I rekindled the promise that what she told me will not cause any problems between her mother and I, but I was boiling like hot water. The first thing I did when I got home was to tell my nephew to pack his things, that we were going to the village to see his mother. On our way, I asked him why he was sleeping with my wife. He started crying. He confessed and apologized, started apologizing. He confessed that he never wanted to do it, but it was my wife who seduced him. According to him, My wife was pleading with him to do it with her because I was not satisfying her in bed anymore, that my joystick is no longer as strong as his own. Because of the promise I made to my daughter, I could not confront my wife, but I could not talk to her any longer. When she noticed my changed behavior towards her, she started asking me what was going on. She asked me why I had to take my nephew back to his mother, but I informed her that he needed to go back and help his mother, my sister. Because of how disappointed and betrayed I was, I no longer had joy in my life, and I became confused, especially as I could not confront my wife because of the promise I made to my daughter. Since then, I have been in a state of depression. I could not do anything beyond keeping quiet because I do not want to offend my daughter by not fulfilling my promise to her. But at the same time, I was very miserable and highly disturbed. What should I do? Should I betray my promise to my lovely daughter and send her mother away? Or should I continue to live a miserable life with my wife? I am a confused and frustrated man. This is very, very challenging. A very challenging situation for our friend, the man, one of the men out there. It's a very horrible story. Like I said, I saw this story online, and I decided to pick it up and share it with men out there and the good women out there also, so that they can help protect the men. My analysis on this is that things like this are horrible. No woman should do this to her husband. By the same token, no man should do something similar or the same to his wife, because this is a horrible act. This is a horrible behavior. This is a very big insult, a very big disgrace, not only to herself, the woman, but also to her husband, and to her daughter. And also, she have equally hurt the young man that the uncle wanted to help. This would be the end of the help that the uncle wanted to give to the young man, to his nephew. You see how this horrible behavior by this woman have hurt everybody involved. It has hurt herself, her husband, her daughter, and the young nephew to the husband. So the lesson we should learn in this is there's so much to do with when somebody decides to be untrustworthy, when somebody decides to be untruthful, when somebody decide to be unreliable, when you try to deceive and lie and insult yourself, insult your family, insult your matrimonial home, deceive your husband or deceive your wife or deceive people around you. It is very, very horrible. So the trust that this man has on his wife has been betrayed. So this has been a matter of betrayal and backstabbing. The wife involved has betrayed her husband and backstabbed her husband, because this is a man that loves his wife. According to him, he loves his wife so much, and little did he know that the wife didn't love him back this way, because if she loves him, there's no way she can go and seduce his nephew, a young man, very young, a 21-year-old young man who just came to his uncle's house to see if he can be helped to become what he can be in his life. This woman and her horrible character and behavior have ruined the life of this young man, because the elder sister who lives in the village in their country home will not be able to help this young man, her son. But this uncle is the only hope that this young man has. And this woman, out of selfishness, out of idiocy, out of horrible character and behavior, have ruined the lives of everybody around her. So, based on what this man have said in this story, basically he's frustrated, he's confused, he does not know what to do. He doesn't know whether to send this woman packing, send her away and call off the marriage. But at the same time, he remembers the promise he made to his lovely daughter that he's not going to do anything that would bring problem to between him and her mother. And that was this young girl's only wish. That was why she was crying profusely. She was crying because she knew as a young girl that this was a serious betrayal from her mother to the father. That was why she was crying. And in order to save her mother, she made the father to promise her that he's not going to do anything that would bring problems to between them. So in this case now, this man is frustrated, as in a dilemma. He doesn't know what to do. So he's, in this case now, what do you think this man should do? He has confessed that he's frustrated. He's frustrated and so much disappointed. He doesn't know what to do. He doesn't want to renege on the promise he made to his daughter, but at the same time he's boiling like hot water inside of him. He doesn't talk to the wife anymore. His character have changed. His behavior have changed towards her. So, and nothing is going to make him love and trust this woman anymore. So what do you think if you were in this man's shoes? What should he do? Should he go ahead and betray the promise he made to his lovely daughter, a young little girl that wanted to see a happy family? Or should he go ahead and remove the misery that this woman had put on him? He's now living a miserable life according to him. It's a life of misery, a life of confusion, a life of frustration. Should he continue with that type of life, or do something that probably will not make his daughter happy? So at this point, be nice in your advice, be nice in your suggestion, be nice in your opinion. It's going to help other men out there, tackle their own problems if they run into similar situation, or they experience the same thing in their life. It will help them tackle their own problems. Also, it will help some women out there, especially the good ones, who want to help their men, not to put their men into this kind of situation, who like to see their men happy, who like to see their men live a normal life, not to be in this kind of frustrated and disappointed life. Help them to survive and be the man that they should be, and also make themselves live happily, and save the men's lives and also the lives of people around them. On this note, please subscribe to my channel, watch my video, especially this one, share it widely so that it can help men out there. And I will be reading your comments. Also, all the men out there will be reading your comments. See you in my next video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.